morning. Sorry, I'm still doing a sound check. Trying to make sure things are okay. So if you hear myself in the background, that's it. I know I'm not sitting properly in the camera. Just give me a few minutes. I'm still trying to make sure everything's good. So my sound's good. I just feel like this. Now that I got OBS running. So let me show you this. This is not what I'm planning on doing. I'm going to be doing questing. But. Am I sitting up too high now? I'm sure I will hit shrimp position eventually. But for now... So this is the center of town at the moment. This changes out every month, which is kind of cool. Hydrate or hydrate. So there's a vendor here that sells certain stuff that you have to unlock. Oh, I bought all this and I didn't apply it to my home. Okay. So I've unlocked, there's the first 4 are just normal, but then the 6th and 7th ones start the unlock process. And then you've got the rest of them that are all kind of gate kept. Now, if you look, it says reach the 4th milestone of Endeavor. You know, reach the 3rd milestone of Endeavor. This one was the 2nd milestone, I believe, or the 1st. That's 2nd. Okay, so it was, these 2 are the 1st, this one's 2nd, this one's 3rd, and then 4th. So, how you unlock these and what endeavors are is if you go into your housing UI menu, you're going to see the housing dashboard. So you have your house level, which I'm on 4, and then you have, these are what are available at 5. These are what I unlocked at 4. It increased my room placement budget and also my interior placement budget went up. And I also got a large octagonal room, which I can't seem to place right now. Anyways, so there's large square rooms, an evening circle room, and of course, you know, the decor placement budget goes up and the room placement budget goes up. Here is your Endeavor progress. I believe, but I am not positive, that this is not just for me, this is for the entire neighborhood. If I'm not mistaken. I think I understand that properly. So, if you look at activity here, you'll see mine, but then you see Fart Shooter's Warband completed Singularity Anchor. I don't know if these are per person or if this is for the neighborhood. I've been working on these little tasks. So there's the Wounded Artisans. Heal Wounded Artisans who are visiting the neighborhood through the magic, bandages, or alchemy. And I've got a little healing thing, so I just... Here, look, I can actually put this over here on my list of things to do. And I can literally just go, oh look, there's a Wounded Artisan. Boom. Heal. Done. So, and you see that increase from 2 to 3. So I could do that here too. As well as, let's see if I can find anybody else. This area is kind of a nice little good thoroughfare for finding the Wounded Artisans. Wandering around. There's dogs you can pet. There's all sorts of stuff in here. You can see there's a whole cluster of them right here. So you can just click on each one. Heal all these folks up. If you click on them, you can see sometimes if you're close enough, it'll ask you for like a potion, which you can use a potion to heal them too. Which is nice because then it gives my alchemist something to do. And also I can sell those bottles to help other people do this and upgrade. So, in addition to doing the healing like that, I can also go around and pick up wood. There are going to be fences that need to be mended. And this is specifically in Alliance. I don't know what the Horde side situation is. I just made a house over there. Well, yeah. I haven't really taken a good hard look at it. I looked at all the stuff, but I don't think... Unless you actually live in that neighborhood, I'm not sure you can even see some of this stuff that needs to be fixed. Or if it's only for people that are part of that neighborhood. Or maybe you can tidy it up, but it won't count for you at all. Because you're not part of that neighborhood. I don't know what the situation is. But, since I'm in this neighborhood and I'm walking along, I can pick up sticks, I can mend fences. There will be cobblestones that'll be jetted up, and it'll be a loose cobblestone. But you'll see it because it'll be, like, at a weird-ass angle. See, I just got that achievement. Or not achievement, but the, endeavors. And you can see it says completed 7 times. So I've done this 7 times. Home, be a good neighbor. I've completed that 3 times. I'm working on 4. I've got 70 out of 100 neighborly deeds performed. Neighborly deeds are these fixing the fences, picking up stuff. I don't think petting animals counts. Oh, it does! You could pet animals to get that up and be neighborly. Oh, that's awesome. I'm so down for that. So the artisan one changes every month with the rotation of the center. So before the Blood Elves were here, it was actually the, I think they're called Renderai, the energy people that are wrapped up in bandages, so you can actually see them properly. I can't believe, I didn't realize petting an animal counted as being neighborly. So, I've seen this. Is it not all? Or is it only some? Huh. I didn't get it that time. Oh, but it looks like it went up. I don't know. I've seen this periodically only update every 30 minutes, but that may have been because of launch. Launch may have slowed that down a little bit to where these were only doing updates every 30 minutes. But now it seems like it does it. Yeah, even me doing the artist healing, it immediately catches it. So I think we're back to live time on these. But yeah, so there's like cobwebs you can go and you can sweep up. Okay, well now that OBS is working, I've already done the artist one. So we're gonna take a ride and we're gonna actually head to my house. And my house is far from complete. I really haven't done the interior much at all, because I'm trying to unlock all the rooms so I can get it set for how I want before I really start digging in. Because I want to do a lot of weird shit. So, like, you can make custom staircases with the building materials that they've given you. Like, it's really quite nice what you're able to do. There's the advanced tools that you can turn and manipulate stuff. There's 3 axes on it with little dot handles that you can move and angle something to set it down how you want it. You can have it snap to a grid, not snap to a grid. You can have it floating in the air. There's a lot of stuff you can do to make stuff work. Like I said, I'm going to be building a custom staircase. I've already got I was testing out walk platforms and if you could parkour at stuff. Like, it all functions properly, which is astounding to me. Everything that I tried to do and test the limits of worked absolutely fine. There was nothing that didn't function well or like I'd get stuck or something. Like, I didn't have any of that. So I'm going to assume that you can get stuck in your own house if you don't design it right and you pin yourself in somehow. But you could just Hearthstone out and you'll be fine. Or Hearth to the entrance or whatever you want to do. Or Hearth to a friend. Or like, there's a lot of ways to get out of it. Just like if you got stuck in the game proper. Like, see, here's a damaged fence that I can mend. And it's really cool, too, because there are just NPCs littering about everywhere, just doing random-ass shit, like taking a picnic. And each one of these endeavors doesn't just give your community... And like I said, I think this is community-wide, the whole neighborhood. I don't think that this is just strictly for you. What is strictly for you is this housing level. But every time you do an endeavor, it also gives you housing XP. So I could sit there and do this all day and just continue to raise my house XP. Which I have, believe me, I have. I've done this for hours, just running around, fixing stuff, picking up sticks. I don't know. I oddly find it, like, satisfactory. And if I just don't feel like doing anything and I just kind of feel a little brain dead, because... Let's be honest, I've been up to 5 o'clock some days, including last night, this morning. Just running around doing shit. And I want to try professions, because I haven't tried them for, like, the last 2 expansion packs. I tried in Dragonflight, and I just didn't like it. I didn't get the hang of it. And I think I'm really kind of excited for professions, because it seems like they fixed a lot of things. Here's one of those cobblestones I was talking about. Loose cobblestone, they will always be jetted up like this. These other ones that are laying flat are just normal ones. This one is a loose one. There are also invasive plants that you can rip out of the ground too, which is really cool. And like every neighborhood has a little bit of style, I guess you could say. There are different sections, and they all kind of flow and meld together in the landscape. So there's like this mushroom fairy forest. We'll come across mine. Then you have kind of like the typical town aesthetic, riverside housing that looks like Stormwind and stuff like that, which is really nice. I can't wait to see what other neighborhoods they come out with, and I really do hope they give me more than just 2 houses. Because I will go ham. But it's hard to do all the maintenance work for, like, the town and stuff. Per town. You can also make your own neighborhood. So there's a charter that you can make. You can also do a guild neighborhood, but I'm not sure how you activate that. Or, hang on. Let me see. Gilded communities. Join or create community, find a community, guild finder. Officer, create channel notification settings. Roster, here are all the perks that we still haven't gotten all. These are very old, these are not new. I still haven't gotten some of these, I need to get around to getting them. My guild is basically just me, my mom, and my best friend. I don't know how you make the guild neighborhoods. Maybe you gotta talk to the guild lady over in Stormwind about it. I don't know. But even World of Warcraft's official videos said... See, and here's somebody's house. There's 2 people's houses right here, 3. Even the official World of Warcraft channel said that you can make guild neighborhoods. I don't know what the difference between a guild neighborhood and a charter neighborhood is. actually, let me go check that. And I do prefer running everywhere. You can fly. You can fly in the neighborhood. You don't have to. It's just I run around picking up sticks and fixing fences and cobblestones and everything like that. But I will fly back to the city center. Let me have a chat with the lady there because Shin actually runs the guild. This character is my guild leader. So let me go back to town. Yeah, and it's absolutely beautiful. Like, I think the Horde, like, they're different aesthetics, right? Horde and Alliance. But they both, and this guy occasionally, it seems like a lot of their vendors and a lot of their, NPCs rotate out or are only available for certain times. So, like, this person yesterday, this neighborhood postmaster, here's an invasive weed, I'm gonna rip that out while I talk to you, had a flag, like a racing flag above their head. So I guess they actually have a race that you can do here, or several. I don't know. But it's not available right now. I'm just gonna heal you up since I passed. Oh, I'm in the wrong place. I need to go back this way. I took a wrong turn to Albuquerque. Okay, so when you're on a different character that is not the owner of a guild, okay, it'll say, tell me about a charter neighborhood. So I've done that for Rogati. That's my horde hunter. She did not have this option of, I'd like a neighborhood for my guild. So that is different. And then there's always the public neighborhoods, which you can find in your housing UI. So if you go to your dashboard and then go to Endeavors, open House Finder. And these are the ones that are currently available along with how many plots they have for sale. Currently, you can only get one Horde and one Alliance house. So you can only have 2 houses at a time, which, to be honest, is a lot. Yeah, these are the neighborhoods that are public. They're available right now. Okay. So you can, as a guild leader, I don't know as another guild member if you can start a neighborhood. So that these ones are the ones that have people in them. So all these houses that have like a person under the roof is taken. The ones that are available are the yellow ones that have no person. This one that has like a house with the Hearthstone symbol in it is your house. Blue ones are your friend's house. So my mom actually lives on 12th First Ocean Rest. So I actually live over here. This is just community property. So anybody can come up here and sit down and enjoy the tombstones and the graveyards. This really struck me. And I'm like, oh, I have to live here. Because my house is the only house surrounded by fucking tombstones. I love it. Got tombstones there, tombstones over here, my little outhouse, my chicken coop. This is my property. But my borderline is like right here. So these tombstones are not on my property. But it's a wonderful little view, and I just absolutely adored it. So I couldn't help but, like, I saw this property, I'm like, I'm getting this one. Because, like, I was a little wishy-washy about the other properties here, and I'm like, they're okay. The views are nice, you know, maybe I'll be near the stream. And then I apparently missed this one when I was originally checking out the properties before I actually had Midnight installed. And then I saw this and I'm like, oh, this is home, right? So, like, my tombstone's here. Like, it's such a wonderful little property. I have foxes. I have people that walk around, locals that come through here. And then you have, like, these nice little pleasant places. Like, this is just so nice to just be in. Like, my house is in a cemetery. I love it. And then there's somebody's house over there. I don't notice nor care about that. Like, because, like, if you think about it, I honestly, this is, like, the first time I've noticed this house is here. Because if you look, they've got some really, really large trees. Your attention is diverted to the tombstones in front. You have this giant log here. Like, it blocks the sightline pretty well. And because of the distance between my house and theirs, it's grayed out because of atmospheric, there's a word for that. The further something is away from you, the hazier it is because of, like, particles and dust and stuff in it. It's like atmospheric debris or something. Anyways, there's a specific word for it. I want to say it's atmospheric perspective, but I don't think that's actually what it's called. But anyways, so this is my little home. And I've got plenty of space to, do more stuff. And look at this. Just this little stuff that comes off. And items move around a bit too. Well, not really, I guess. So there's this book here. I don't want to say items move around. That's not what I meant. So, like, I could pick up this book, and now I'm holding this book. It's just a silver hand Squire's Librarium. You could hear, like, a little, like, I'm actually scribing something in there, and, like, I do the animation for it. There's cups, there's drinks, there's steins that are littered all over, like, the community areas. But look at that mist rolling off. Just this fog coming down off of this tombstone. You know? It's so cool. Alright, so I'm gonna go in my house. Now, I have this little area here, little well. I have a mailbox. They have other mailboxes available, and they do function. My house is not actually done. I want to put some little grass bed here so it covers that wood up a little bit better. And these are just like some of the trinkets and stuff I've gotten from around. And it's not done. Because, you know, I want to make my collection grow, you know. But I think for what it is right now, it's actually quite nice. So this is going to be my animal yard. So I've got this wyvern here. My sky rider. I got chicken coop, outhouse, and the path comes around here, and then this is my little table setup. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this or if I need. The other thing is too, you can shrink and enlarge objects as well. So like, I can make this larger and put a table in it. It seems a little small right now for putting anything like a table or a chair set in there. So I can scale it up and then actually use this to sit under. I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm doing with this yet. It's just kind of here at the moment. But yeah, and so I've got like tables and chairs. Little decor items that, like, this is not part of the table. This is a separate item. You can set it on the table. With the advanced features, you can have stuff free floating just in the air, not actually sitting on anything. And you can adjust the height of chairs and things like that. Let's go in the house. Sorry, I was up 5 a.m. So the vestibule's done. I put my doormat on there crooked. Because you know those things never stay in place. They always shift every time you walk through the door. Like over time, they just slowly nudge in the wrong direction. So, I got my crooked doormat, and then this is just kind of my catch-all area, right? Just the stuff you set your keys, your weaponry, you know, that trust you just hauled all across Azeroth. Just dump it here. This is the dumping ground. We're practical here. We are not minimalists. Now this part I'm still working on. This does not feel good to me. I do, if you look up, this is actually 3 floors. So this is what I've been working on. These are free floating at the moment. I've put them up there right now to Parcore. I can't get them to them at the moment because I don't have 3 stairways, but what I'm planning on doing, I don't know if this room is going to stay. I've got a water fountain in there right now, but I have a feeling I'm going to change that because instead of having the stairs in here, what I might do is have the stairs in here. Now, stairs are fixed. There's a stair room, so if you go to edit, you enter your edit. And you can do this for outside or inside. So if you look here, you have edit floor plan, cleanup mode, which is a mass cleanup feature. Instead of deleting one item, you delete a bunch of them. And not delete, you just remove them and they end up in your inventory UI for your decor items. Customization, there's only certain things that you can customize, like the floors, the walls. So if you click on the floor, it gives you the ranges of stuff to do. I'm not going to mess with that because I have everything set to kind of where I want it. So I don't really want to tweak it or anything. You can also adjust the walls too. These are your wall options. The stucco. What is that? Yeah, cottage. What was on stucco? It should all be cottage. They're all cottage. I don't see any that are actually stucco. Anyways, there's no undo button. So if you do something, because this is in real time, right? This is a live MMO game. So in real time, this stuff is being changed. So there really isn't an undo button. There is one to cancel whatever action you're currently taking, which I will show you in a minute. But you can edit certain things. Right now, I think most of the stuff... Yeah, okay, here. So this weapon rack over here, right? There's die slot 1, die slot 2, die slot 3. So you can change 3 different colors. The dies are actually an item that alchemists can make, and they're in your inventory, and they have a 1 use. I haven't messed around with it yet. I will do that eventually, but I haven't done it yet, so I don't know exactly how the system works. But the fireplace I'm keeping, this set is all going to change. I need to figure out what decor that I want. But I'm going to alter this significantly. So, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be building a staircase. A custom staircase that can go probably loop this way and go up to this area here. And eventually all the way up to the top here. There is a set of rooms up there. So let me show you. I'll just pick up the wolf. Why not? So I can click on the wolf. And you have basic things. You can snap it to a grid, or you can enable clipping, where you can move decor into each other. So you can actually combine things like this seat and put the little stuffy on there, the cuddly green girl. That's on there. So you can clip straight through stuff. So I can... See, right now it says cannot be placed due to collision. But if I enable clipping... I can take that and then I can go into advanced options, advanced mode, and I can click it and I can actually sink it in if I wanted to. I can slide it out, slide it back. It goes all axes, so X, Y, and Z. And then I can even take and rotate them, so I can actually, if I wanted to, rotate it however I want. And they've color-coded them too, so that way you know what you're messing with. So I can also enlarge them. I can just leave things free-floating in the air. And they just stay there. So there's a lot you can do with this. Like, a lot you could do with this. You can line things up. You can, like... This head was not part of this. So, like, neither were these pillars. So I've made this chimney myself. So the chimney actually stops here. That's the sturdy fireplace. So you see the sturdy wooden interior pillar. So I just made a chimney that went up 3 floors. Technically 4, I think, but... Well, no, 1, 2, 3. I only have 3 floors to this building. It's just the ceilings are pretty high. So, yeah. Like, I've put it all the way up there. And then if you just hit R, it'll go back into your display. Your inventory, your storage. You can open it, close it. You can search for stuff, filter. The search feature isn't quite... It doesn't do... It does, like, exact names. So if I do mail, nothing's gonna come up. But if I do post, I get these. But if I'm looking for... Here, let me show you. Hang on. So this is the stuff... I'm getting ahead of myself. And a better example is actually to show you the search with the catalog instead of my own personal stuff. So this is the stuff in storage that I have right now. You can do it by category. You can do all furnishings, accessories, structural, lighting, and nature, and miscellaneous. And then if I go into that, it breaks it down by seating, tables, desks, storage, and beds, and miscellaneous. So if I go back and go to catalog. Catalog is the stuff, all the stuff that's out there in the world. Not necessarily the stuff that I have, but stuff that I can get, and you can preview what they look like in your home before you go adventuring out there and trying to get it. So, it's loading right now. There we go. Okay. Oh, that's featured. I don't remember that being up there. So that's kind of like the shop, I guess. So here we've got all this stuff. This is everything that's in the game right now. As far as I'm aware. So I can see what this looks like in my house. Also, too, your scroll wheel can turn it if you're just in basic mode. So if you just want to turn it really quick, you just use your little scroll mouse button. And you can actually set this in your house for the moment to see what it looks like, but you see how it's ghosted? Because it's not actually there. You don't actually have it, you can just view what it looks like, so you can decide if you really want to go out into the world and go fetch that or not. So like this. I could just have this freely floating in my home. Just chilling. And this is just the catalog, right? So this gives you a preview of what it looks like, but if you exit... So any previewed decor, which comes from your catalog, that you have placed will be removed. Are you sure? Okay. So if you go back, it's gone, right? Because that is just your preview mode. So the catalog is just to see what it looks like in that space, right? But we could take this... okay, so you can't do advanced mode while you're previewing stuff with your catalog. So you can just get rid of that. But here's what I was talking about search. So if you type in search and you go to mail, this mailbox pops up. Okay. But you would think, okay, that's really weird. They only have one mailbox in the game. I mean, if you look, it says uncollected, you know, all of this. You can also sort by theme, styles, and everything. But, so you're like, well, that must be the only mailbox they have in game. No, because if you actually go and type in post, you will get regular posts, but you will also get mailbox posts, and they do work, just like the torn one out in the front yard did. But you could see what it looks like in the round. For some reason, these light posts cannot be used outside. They can only be used inside for right now. They may change that in a patch, I don't know. But you have different mailboxes that you can get, Gilnean ones. I think this is the Renderai one, the Dolaran one, you know, all sorts of stuff. So, you got all sorts of light posts that you can use too. It's really, really nice. So you can kind of see what their effects are, but they're going to be faded because they're not actually there, right? So, on top of all of that, they give you building structures, like this pole. So, the way I made my chimney is just like I set this one down, and you can. Alright, let me... I can't do mess cleanup. Okay. Alright. So... you can take an item that you have, go into advanced mode, take this, and rotate it around. There are smaller ones than this too, but you can use this to make architecture with. They give you basic building blocks. So if you go into structural, you have some fences that you have available to you. Windows, walls and columns. And you go into walls and columns, you have walls and columns that you can use. And you can shift these walls down to a certain degree or up to a certain degree, depending on what you want. I don't think you can take this too far down. Yeah, it just snaps back up top. Do I have turn off and ignore grid placing? So maybe now I could do it. Sometimes you'll get an out of bounds notification. Yeah. No, even if I put it all the way down, it wants to snap back up because I'm going below the actual house. So sometimes you'll get an out of bounds notification and it'll just snap back to where it was, like that. But you can take these walls. Let's say I take it. I can take this wall and turn it. Oh, or not. So there is some... So maybe if I put it there. Let me do it. You can turn and twist your walls. I think you can do... I'm still testing stuff. As long as it doesn't go out of bounds. So out of the bounds of your house. You can actually do stairs, parkour, whatever you want. Like, you could take a wall and turn it into a ramp. Yeah, I can do this. So I can take this, let me just move it more into the center of the room. And then I can take, hang on. We'll put it like that. And I can take that, do that, turn it like so. Nope, that's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Click it, slide it down, slide it forward, and boom. I now have a ramp. Right. So I can also make walkways, pathways with these. I can take this. Let me get rid of this log. I mean, they basically just gave us an open sandbox that said, y'all have fun. Good luck. You know? But look, I can... Here, let me go up this other one. You can totally make a parkour course. Or you can use these in unconventional ways from what they were designed to be to allow you to do and make the things that you want. So I could, let's say, grab this, get the yellow one, and this is really easy to do. Like, they've done such a good job with this. Okay. So, mind you, I can even this out to where this works a bit better and looks nicer, but you get the idea. Like, I can take this and make this. Look at that. I suddenly have a balcony. I have a second floor balcony and a ramp. Right? Like, you can make custom staircases like this. You can also do custom staircases. Like, they have these. So they have a beam, too. So you have the large columns. And you can have them clip into the wall a bit, too. It just seems like... And like I said, you could just spin your little wheel. And you can literally... very quickly and very easily build yourself a staircase. And you can even it up really easily and tweak things like... If you don't get exactly what you want and you want to tighten all this up so it looks nicer, you can go in here with the advanced setting tools and literally just scoot it over until it basically clips. And then you can adjust the height if you want. You can get these to line up a bit better and like tighten it up once you get it in place where you want it. Or if you wanted shorter stairs than that, you can actually have them clip into one another. If you wanted smaller steps, you can do that too. Or longer steps. If you need to make, if you got tight space for a staircase and you need to really make a staircase in a shorter span, like a steeper staircase, you can do that too. I want the orange one, please. Thank you. Blue. You know, so you can like, you can adjust these to the absolute minute scale if you want to. Right? And then if you wanted to clean this up, you could put a wall there or something. But I mean, look, that functions as a staircase. Right? So you can have a ramp, you can have a staircase, whatever you want. And then these are customizable. Oh, nope, not those ones. Or those ones. These are customizable, the actual walls. Now these walls you can't move, but you can take a big room and literally block it off into a smaller room. So if I wanted to put a bathroom here, I could just take one of these walls. I guess I can use it like this too. So if you just wanted a pony wall, you could turn this sideways and put it in. And there's other wall designs too that don't look like it's a wall on its side. But I can do this and then just bring it down, and all of a sudden I have a pony wall. If I wanted a full-length wall that goes up several flights or whatever. Ooh, can't see. I can take this, rotate it up. See, and I can have like a short wall here too. Sometimes the system does it, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it's got like clipping issues. It just kind of depends where it snaps back in place. But look, like I can, and they give you grids on the floor if you want to place something. Oh. Okay. So look, you can place a wall there and you can put a roof over top of it, and they do have doors. So doors. There's two front doors, but then there's also these interior doors, and then there's also like a secret passage. So, I'm just gonna set this here for right now. These, so you see how I have like this big archway? You can actually click that and you can change the door from wide to standard. And then you can actually take and put this door in it and slot it in. And then you can exit edit mode and just open the door. So, like, it's really versatile. They've basically given you a sandbox and told you to go ham. Like, you know, it's... You basically have game dev functionality here. Like, you can use this. Right? And we can slot this in here. And then we can actually take this, do the scale feature, scale that up. And then that can be the roof. And you can have a little nook in here. Right, so you can take a big room and divide it down. Or you can even push this wall back all the way up to the second floor. We can take this, get rid of that. You can have a normal wall like this. You can have it. So if we go here, we go to snap to grid. We can turn snap to grid on and go to walls. And we can do, you hear that clicking noise? So I can put this, let's say I want a door there, right? So I can make a little room with these panels. And let's say we do that. And look, now I have this little room. And if I want to, I can go to doors, slap that door on here. Boom. Quick and easy bathroom. Now, you're like, well, Laura, that's not a fully enclosed room because you don't have a ceiling on it. True. And I'm locked in here now. Hang on, I have to leave edit mode to go out if I wanted to keep it. So you're like, but there's not a thing there. There's no roof. Well, you can put more panels to go all the way up if you wanted to. You can also take a panel and put it over top. You also have floor tiles. Like this. Whoops. That's right, that wall's not there anymore. Hang on. Come here. Let me turn the snap to grid off. Okay. Let me see if I can make that. Nope. Snap to grid off. There we go. That should work better. Alright. Alright, let's see if I can get up there now. You can make your own parkour course. Oops. Not that I'm good at parkour, but it's a thing you can do. Okay. Just... Nope. You have a lot of fun doing weird shit. I'll lower this one just a little bit. Maybe this one here. I'm not the best at parkour, clearly. Okay. Move this one down just a bit. Okay. Move this guy down and closer to me. Okay, there we go. So, you can put tiles on top of it, like so. This is probably where I want snap to grid. There we go. Alright. So I can put a roof on it here. And I can go in and adjust it and move these if I want to. If they're sticking out too far, I can push them back. And they have various tiles too. This is just kind of what I grabbed. And you could do that with them. Like, look at that. So, like, you can do that. You could put whole floors up here. You can do all sorts of stuff. Just willy-nilly go clicking on stuff and I might end up accidentally getting rid of something I need. Alright. But yeah, so, like, you could do a lot of things with this. Like, this is so good. Like, the first day, I literally just was in my house running around. So let me show you the other thing. Right? So, this is 3 floors. This is not typical. So what this is you start out with an entry room and you start out with a small square. As you increase and do endeavors, do questing and things, you get new furniture that has a first time bonus to it, which I think I've got some of those in my inventory I can show you. You can start to build out your rooms. I'm probably going to eventually get rid of the stairwell, or maybe put it somewhere else in the house, and I'll probably put a different room here, because I think I want to put a grand staircase in here in this room, since I can make a staircase like how I showed you. But for right now, I've got the staircase so I can get higher rooms. So this is level 1. This is floor 2. So this is actually built at this. This is a stairwell room empty. This is how you get really tall ceilings or towers or shafts, things like that, is the stairwell room that's empty. It doesn't have the stairs in it. This is a stairway right, and then there's also a left, right? So what I've done is this is the second floor that I have access to. There's nothing in it. It's blank. I haven't put anything in it. Now the third floor, because I wanted really high ceilings on that first floor. So there's 3 floors, and the third floor is going to have sort of a loop around balcony. I think for the second floor, I will put rooms up there, and I'll have the stairwell somewhere else. And it will have like a little balcony that sticks out that you can enjoy, which will probably be made up of 2 of these semicircle panels. And then my third floor is going to have the bedrooms and stuff in it. So I've already started building out my hallways to put bedrooms and stuff. But I'm at my room placement allowance at the moment, so not happening at the moment. This is just so I can see it. You can also loop rooms around if you put them carefully enough. There's closet, cross shape, there's daylight circle, there's a nighttime circle, which I unlocked next level. There's a hallway, which is like this, but without the T intersection. L-shaped, which are these. Octagonal rooms, which is going to be what I put next, I think, down on the bottom floor. Large octagon, medium, and small, and then I still have to unlock the large square room next. And then small and medium and tiny. Oh, so a tiny square room is like a walk-in closet, basically. So that's the tiny square room. It's pretty small. It's about the size of a hallway, like the thin part of a hallway. Yeah, so that's how you place rooms, is you select your room, you select where you want it to connect to, and then you pop it in. And then you just set it in there, and then to get rid of it, you click on the title. You can either rotate it, you can actually move the room, so if I want it to connect there instead, and it'll move the whole room with all your furnishings and everything in it. But yeah. So all your furnishings will remain in there. So think if this is full of furniture, you can rotate it. Let's say I want to move this room to over here. But now I have furniture up against this wall. So I can take this room and rotate it to where the furniture won't be on that wall anymore. So I don't have to rebuild that room from scratch if I don't want to. And then to remove the room, you just do that. So that's how that works, and you can expand your house however you want it. But yeah. So I think I'm going to make a custom staircase that goes around here and sweeps up this way, and it's gonna have like a bump out like that. Something like that, or maybe even like that, and possibly put I need to take snap off. Snap's ruining my life. Alright. Yeah, so I can just roughly put it where I want it to be, and then I can sink it into the floor and whatever. But I think what I'll do is I will... See, it's because I got furniture right there. It's trying to bounce it. It's trying to put it on top of the furniture. But you can go in and tweak it. So I think maybe if I... pull it out. There. And then maybe put the stairs on here going up, so it like comes this way and then goes up the wall and then up the wall some more to like the second floor. And maybe there's a little balcony up here made with these, and then another roundabout until I get up to the third floor. So it'll be a staircase that goes up and up and up, but I'm gonna have to buy a lot of these panels and a lot of those little beams to make it work. So yeah, that's kind of that little housing tutorial thing. It's really fun. It's basically they just, here's some dev tools, have fun, open sandbox, go and do what you want with it. So I'm really excited about this, but I gotta get all the materials, and I want to get the rooms. I want to get the rooms in place first, and then I can, and like these little things up here, I put those there. Like I put those there with the game tools, right? There's some things like this table with all the swords and stuff that are units, but like the fruit and stuff that's on this table, I put that there. That stuffy, I put that there. That like stuff on the floor and stuff, I put that there. This candlelight on top of that, I put that there. That window, I put that there. You know, this dragon head was separate. I put it up there. You know, I like my little lamppost here. I put that there. You know, and it's just, it's nice. And if you go out of edit mode, you can just sit down on your shit and enjoy. And you can do this while you're waiting for raid queues or whatever. There are... Let me go back into edit mode. So you can make like a little... There are fences that you can put in for railings and things like that. There are also... Now, when it says storage, it's not actual storage. So, well, I mean, this page is labeled storage, but, like, if you put this into the world, you can't actually... They're there, but they're not. Yeah, let me go outside and come back in. Okay, so let's say I accidentally do that and I don't want to do that. I can just hit cancel, which is escape. And it pops my door back in. Oh, there they are. So you can't interact with this wardrobe to open it or anything. You can't store anything inside of it. It's not storage in that sense. It's not like inventory space or anything. It does not act as a bank or anything like that. So, like, it's just for looks. But... And it's very easy to switch modes. It's like so easy and quick. But coal fire stovetop. If you pop that open, you click on it. My computer's a little slow, sorry. Ooh. That's my cooking UI. This is my cooking. I can cook at home. It acts like a campfire. So I can pop that up and I can make chopped myco bloom. You know? I can turn my fire off. I can turn my fire back on. I can't turn this lamp off. There are some chandeliers and stuff that you can turn off the light too. But yeah, like this is a skill table essentially. It's for cooking, but you can use it. I saw somebody, because I was nosy, because of course I was. And I went to somebody's house, and somebody had... Sometimes you have to have an eye for something that it's not. You have to have a creative imagination to see something in a different way. There was somebody that had, like, an end table, which I don't have. There was somebody that had an end table, and there's also this, which is pretty cool. Oh, hang on. Nope. Where'd it go? Did I only have one? I may only have one. Okay, hang on. Let me put this here. There was somebody that had like a nightstand, but they looked like a kitchen counter top cupboard. So they put a bunch of those side by side to make a kitchen. That was pretty cool. So let me see if I do... Let's pretend this is standard. So we'll move that. And they also have... Okay, this does not fit right now. But see, like, oh, it doesn't fit, it won't work. Incorrect. Okay. Go into your advanced features. Click on the secretive bookcase wall. And just scale it up. If you have more than one of these, you can do several. I saw somebody have 2 of these side by side in their house. You can also do this reset decor changes based on active advanced mode options. So I can unscale it that way too. So that's kind of like an undo button, but for like decor and stuff, there's no undo button. So, I mean, these are huge books. But if we leave this, I can go in here. And then I can close it. I'm sure there's a better way to do that. Let's see here. Probably with 2. I only have 1 though. So if we go back into edit mode, let's go back out here. I was supposed to be questing. I'm very much not questing. It tells you what the original scale is supposed to be. Right, so you can take that. Let me change this wall to wide. But you can line several up here, and I've seen this work with other doors better. Hang on, let me show you. Let me just change this to really dark. Yeah. So you can take this door. Put it in. If you want to be fussy about it, you can change the scale ever so much. And then what you can do is line them up here, and they just look like a natural part of the wall. I walked into a house and I was playing with things because their house was on public. And I just wanted to see what they built because their outside looks so amazing, and they let people come into their house. And I didn't realize that there were secret bookcases, but they had a whole wall lined with them. And I wasn't paying attention, and I just walked up and I clicked on it, and the bookcase is opened, and I'm like, oh shit. Yeah, so like, they do just look like set pieces. They don't look like they're clickable, but you can click them. And you can make it so they don't clip into the wall quite like that. Hang on. So I can take this, do this and then shift it just a touch more into the wall. So it doesn't clip the wall at all when it's hidden. So it looks like a pocket door. And you can just take it, put it out. That's pretty fucking cool, right? And they had this in their kitchen, like, kind of area. So there was like a back area room. So, okay. So they had a back area room that had a bunch of like cobwebs and stuff in it. And I noticed the wall was a different color. So I tapped the wall and then the wall just suddenly opened up and I'm like, oh shit. And it took you into the library. And there was a library that I had been in earlier. It was so cool. And I'm like, wait, there are secret doors since when? I didn't know. I didn't even realize I owned one. But yeah, you can buy these secret doors. So I'm going to change this back to where I like it. So I'm going to go back into edit. I'm going to pick this up and get rid of it. And then I'm just... Here's a nice thing too. You see how I changed this entire wall? That's not at all what I want. It doesn't match the rest of this. I can click on a wall that I do want. And I can select that to change it all back to what it should be. So that just changes the whole thing. So apply style to all walls in current room. Apply material to all walls in the current room. So that changes this, which is on cottage, and then this, which is on Beelameth. So, yeah. So I'm really happy and excited about this. Like, I was squealing so bad. The other thing I wanted to show you, too, was... Not that. They have... bars. So you can put... Let's see here. We're structural. Give me a column. That's a fence post. That's not what I wanted. Give me... Sure. Yeah, the first day of launch, I was just in here playing with this, like, all fucking day. There you go. You have a bar. And then you, if you wanted to, you can put another piece of furniture here or something. You can line this with bookcases, like... And you can put stuff in those bookcases, too. Hang on, let me show you. I'm supposed to be questing. I'm so not questing. Furniture. Give me a bookcase. That'll do. And like I said, you can change the scale of these to be as big or as small as you want. You can have a bunch of the same ones. As long as you have them in your decor set, you can do them. Like, you can turn this into, like, kitchen counters. You know? If you had multiples of these. You have like a wooden kitchen counter. That's a bench. Yeah, I mean, you can line these with whatever you want. Bad example, but like, you know, there you go. You can do... make like a little work area back here or whatever you want. Here, tall, sturdy wooden bookcase. I only have one, but imagine you could line these up, right? Or what you could even do is just like with that secret door that I showed you, you could put this, which is a normal door, and then you could put one secret door, and then the rest all be normal doors. And then that way you have only one that's a secret door. But if you have a lot of these, you can just line the place with them. And then you can put your little decor items that you collect from the world all up in here. You can put it on your tiki bar. You can put cobwebs up here. You can put like spices for drinks or whatever. Throw a rug down if you want. You can put paintings on the wall. You can overlap rugs if you want. Like, you can absolutely just make a hodgepodge of whatever you want here. You can put in lights on the wall. And you can shrink those too, so if that's too big and you're like, oh my god, that's huge, just click the sliding scale. And then you can just take it and move it up. You can put like cups and glasses on these shelves. You can put a book on here if you want. You know, you can turn the book if you need to, and you can alter the scale of the book. Oops. You make your books float. Let's turn this. Like, this system that they have just, like, absolutely given to us is amazing. So there you go. And now you can push it into the bookcase. Put it up a little bit. And voila. You have a book in a bookcase. You can also put, like, this stuff up here. You see how it's really user-friendly. Like, super user-friendly. I feel like that's not centered. I want it to be centered. Click that. Slide it over just a touch. Boom. I have this little kitchen area. Hang on. Let me find... stove. There you go. Boom. And look how quick that was. That was so fast for me to just slap this stuff in and be done with it. I mean, I can spend hours in here, but like, look, this is just, I can put more cups on here. I can do a lot with all this. I can put wine bottles wherever. I can put wine bottles in here. I can put more cups. You know, I can have a bookcase like that. I can get rid of that. You know. If it'll let me grab it. There we go. Yeah, there's a lot you can do with this stuff. It's so good. Right? And then I could put like chairs here or something. Seating. Yeah. Whatever you want. You can just make it. And it's really fast and easy. And it's really, for me it's intuitive. But like maybe for other people it's not. But I feel like it could be. Like it's really super simple to just be able to stack this stuff and be able to lay stuff on top of one another. And just to very quickly build out something like this, you know? And then you can go in. Let me see if this will work. Huh, there you go. So easy. So easy. It is so easy to do all this, and it just like I'm so excited to use all of it. But yeah, I want to build more stuff, like architecture-wise, in the house and get the rooms laid out first before I start really sinking in. Like, I'm not happy with this. You know, this is a very rustic feel, and then all of a sudden you have Elven. Like, and it's not quite... My house is going to be a hodgepodge anyways, so... But we'll see. And you could do themed rooms. You can filter this stuff too. You could sort by date added, alphabetical, theme, expansion, style, culture, size, holiday, diable stuff, indoor, outdoor. I mean, it's insane what you can do. It's great. This is more like the furniture I should have in here. Yeah. But you can just play with it. There was somebody that actually lifted their house up out of the ground, put a bunch of rocks underneath it, and made it look like it was a mage tower where the gravity had defied. You can have floating books just sitting out. And some of these items do have animations like the fire does, right? So this lamppost has a little bit of smoke coming out of it. This has the actual fire in it. This little candlestick has a glowy effect. But there are some books that hover and float and have a hover animation. Like, they're hidden throughout the world. So you just gotta go and find them. It's such great fun. Alright. I'm gonna take a short break. Ooh. I'm gonna give my swollen ear a break from this. And I'm going to get up, stretch, and then we're gonna go questing. So, I'll be back, okay? Oof. Oh, my ear. Freedom. But yeah, I just wanted to show you housing because I'm excited about it. I'm so happy. I cannot wait to get everything unlocked. And then I gotta hunt down, so like the catalog. I know I said I'm gonna go do stuff and get up and walk around and proceed to not do so. I am going to look for the things that I specifically want in my space. Because it tells you where this stuff is, too. So... How do I... I'm still learning stuff. Click or drag to preview in your house. Storage, maybe? No, wouldn't be in storage. And you can put windows and stuff in it too, like I put that window there. They also have drapery that's really big. And you can make the size however you want. So you can drape a window, or you could drape doorways with it too. Is there a way? I know I was... Yeah, let's see, like, here's some drapery. But they have panels too, left and right. Oh, that's cool. Ooh, I like that. Preview it in your house. Oh, wait. It's like a triad. Oh, cool. So you can actually put this... If I can get it. There we go. In, like, the corner of your room. That's kick-ass. I like that. You can center it or do whatever you want with it, but yeah. was I able to get these to tell me where they were? There was a way to find out where stuff was. And to look up where to get certain items. Yeah, but it shows you too how much it costs to put in your house. So if you look at the top corner, I'm at 147 out of 1,070 or 1,745. So these are the amount of points for items and decor I can put in my house. You can level up that score by upping up your house. And if you look in the tooltips, the call out, it'll say Hearth Light Armillary. And if you look in the corner of that, you'll see how much it costs to put into your house. It doesn't actually cost you anything. It's just for that total that's up there in the right-hand corner. So where it says 147 out of 1,745, they're quite lenient with how much they give you to play around with. But I'm going to assume that's from keeping some people from going absolute hog wild and putting everything in their houses. Just for load times and for the neighborhood and safety and the sizes of their servers and things like that. So, server storage. But I could have sworn, like, some of these you could tell where they come from. So that's a Niffin Grub. That's a Kiln Master's Bucket. Like, the Niffin are from Loom, so this seems to be Loom type stuff. So if you just go to the Loom area, you should be able to find these. I thought there was a way you could look up where to get these. You can do it by expansion pack. So, I don't know. I thought there was a way. So you see where it says, I thought there was a way to actually be able to tell where these are from, and it would tell you, like, the vendors and stuff, or, like, I could have sworn there was that somewhere in the system, but I can't seem to find it at the moment. But you see first time collection bonus. So we talked about house XP, right? So it's that circular bar that goes around the number. That can increase with this. So if you have new items, here, let me show you. I actually think I have some in my, yeah. So these I already have. These cups. So I'm just gonna, says placed 0. I own 1 currently. And the rest are in storage. But I have all these in my inventory. So if I just click, it'll add it to my decor collection. And it'll put it in my storage. Now these aren't new to me, so I don't have a first time bonus for collecting them. These I do. So see, it says first time collection bonus plus 10. So if I go here and I go to my housing UI, and go to my house level, you see how I'm 4? So it's currently at 2,807 out of 3,700. So 07, right? So this has a bonus of 10. I've never owned one of these before. So by clicking on this and adding this easel into my stuff, I got a little bump. So now it's 2,817 instead of 7. So I'm going to add the other easel, which because I already have one, it does not add that XP to my house because I already own one. This one I don't own. So if we look, it's 2,817 You click on this because it's a little 10 plus XP bonus, and now it's at 2,827. So that's a fast way to level up your house too, is by doing that. Although it's faster to actually do the endeavors and get your endeavors done. Plus, endeavors can be part of just normal questing and things like that. So that's all wonderful and good. If you have more than one house, you got one alliance, which is that one, and you can also have one horde, which is this one. And you can actually change which one you want as an active endeavor. So I'm almost to level 1 with that house. That house is the Horde house, and Regati is the one that owns that one. All your characters can go to these houses. Like, I can literally just teleport. Even as an Alliance elf, I can teleport to that house. There we go. Alright, so I'm gonna go relax a little bit, and then I'm gonna start questing. These are the paints that I was talking about, the dyes. These need to be put into a safe location. Yeah, and I got purple too, which is nice. Okay. But you can get decor from quests, achievements, professions. You can find them around the world on different vendors. They might have some hidden as secrets. All sorts of good fun stuff. I kind of want to change this room now. Oh well, I'll leave it here for right now. I'm gonna go take a break, and I'm gonna go do stuff. I can't move. Wake up a little bit, apparently. And I'll be back, okay? I'll see you soon, okay? Bye. So this is the front door. You know, dump your stuff from your adventures here. Throw your weapons on the rack. It's a little vending stall here with hookah and wine. Not my thing, but that's what I have. Now I've got a little shieldy thing here. This is where we plan! And then I've got a little Legion fire cage up there. I play several druids and several shamans and hunters. So this is the living room. Still working on the house. From this little soup bowl to that pillar, and in here is going to be the stables for all my hunter pets and everything. And then where this plushie is going to be an outdoor room that's sunlit, because, you know, you got to. I got stables. And then this is roughly kind of like the guild seating area. Giant fireplace. Love the ceiling in here. And then this is going to eventually be the guild hall table. And then the dining room and the kitchen will be in here where this stuffy is eventually. I will get there someday. But there's a nice little seating area underneath my tree with all my little lanterns. But I have stairs. And I built these, and there's a little water feature in there. A lot of these things aren't made the way that they're put in the game. Like, this is a cage, there's a bronzer in there, a brazier, and then there's a torch on the underside that is making it look like that. These that I'm walking on are actually either benches or tables, I can't remember which. And then here's a little magic-y writing area. It's quite grand to stand up here. A little dragon head on top of my my chimney. My chimney goes all the way up. I'm quite proud of that still. I wrapped it in ivy. That chimney is actually made of like 3 columns or something. But we're gonna go up here. This is all not done. So these are gonna lead to bedrooms. There's 1 bedroom there. I'm gonna have more bedrooms here and here. This is gonna be like a lounge area, and then I'm gonna have more bedrooms off of this, but for right now, this is what I've got. And eventually I'll put in railings and stuff, and I do like these little peepholes that go all the way down. It's a silly thing, but I like it. So here's the other room I have done, which is the bedroom. My house is currently at a level 5, I believe. But this is more for my druid than it is for my shaman. The character I'm currently on is my shaman. But I have a elven druid, so got a little seating area here with a book, a little chaise lounge. Here's the architecture, because she is an engineer. That's her profession. She has a little easel there for art. And then I pulled in... This is more indicative of me, let's be honest. But, architecture, art, hot baths that you soak in for like 6 hours. That are appropriate size to where you could fully submerge yourself, should you want to. And, yeah, I made... The bed was pre-made, but I put the stuffy here, I put the lantern here, and then I did this drapery thing, was another piece of furniture, so I kind of made all of that. I like my little nooks. Yeah. I got a little picture of Suramar up there, and chandelier, treasure chests, and, you know, buckets, all the good stuff. But yeah, this is my little druid's room. Because, you know. But that's what I've done with the place. This is an update. I have another house that I've made for Horde, and I'm working on that one too, so. But yeah, let me check out those ceilings. Okay. That's it, I guess. Oh, let me show you the water feature that's back downstairs. Yeah, so this is the little seating area. I changed it out. It used to be elven furniture, but I switched it up. I put a little basket here, a chair, the stone chair, which kind of matched the water feature in the back. And this water feature is just kind of one that is basic stone, like something you would see in Stormwind. And I put that ball floating up there, and then I just decked it out in greenery. I was gonna put a tree here, but it kept blocking the pathway. I mean, you could walk through the tree, but like I thought this flower kind of worked really nicely because it was almost like a sculpture in the round, and you wrap around it with the stairs anyways, so I felt like that was really good. And I put this little lamp over top. So, but yeah, and then you just kind of sit here and you enjoy the fireplace. I might turn the couch purple. I'm not positive I'm going to keep it blue, but there's several bluish, like this is blue, this is blue, this is blue and purple. There's blue over there, so I might, it kind of looks good blue, I may just keep it blue, you know. Oh, and this is also a chandelier that I've turned upside down. Also, there are candles on that ceiling, because I thought it was funny. And I liked them, so I left them there. But yeah. But you can see the legs of the table or bench. I don't know what it is. But I inset it into the wall so you wouldn't see both of them, so it would look less bench-like. But yeah. Anyways. That's it, I suppose, so that's the update. I'll show you the Horde house when I get closer to having it more flushed out. But yeah. But that's it. Okay. Bye.
Bye.